my notes are like really ghetto. It's going to take some time. And I'm not going to say hi, but I had some of the remnants of my medication. So please bear with me. All right. On 10 November 1775, the United States Marine Corps was born. The world was changed forever, for it was never before seen the most aggressive, determined, outstanding military organization that was dedicated as that. As a child, I grew up idolizing the military. I heard many stories from my grandfather who served in the Army in World War II. I learned many principles of life from my grandfather and father, and I know my destiny was to serve. On 18 June of 2001, I stood on those yellow footprints knowing it was my time. I was scared, I was nervous, but I was excited. A lot of you guys will too. It was what I was waiting for my entire life. In the summer of 2001, America was relaxed, enjoying the American dream. I was enjoying my dream of my summer trip to San Diego. I had a few men that guided me through the task of becoming a Marine. Senior Drill Instructor Staff Sergeant Hill, Drill Instructor Staff Sergeant Gonzalez, and Drill Instructor Staff Sergeant Rojas. These men, these Marines, would guide me through the perils of recruit training. I'd like to think they did a good job of doing it. And for those men, I will never forget. Now, this is the start of my destiny. Destiny is not always certain. However, it has a way to change it up. For most Americans, they know when and where they were when it happened. For me, I was on final drill. Drill Instructor Staff Sergeant Gonzalez broke the news to us. The world was about to change. 9/11 happened, and we knew it was going to be hard. I received my Eagle Globe and Anchor on 13 September of 2001 and left the recruit depot in San Diego as one of America's newest Marines in a time of need on 14 September of 2001. This is when my story takes place. This is the moment when most of your stories will take place. The moment when you struggled but gained strength, where you were down but persevered to the end and earned the title of Marine. Your story will come for those that are waiting. I promise you it's worth it. It's going to be tough, and at times you're going to be like, holy crap, this freaking sucks. It's not my notes. But looking back, just throwing side notes in my own speech that I just jacked up, it's completely worth it. There's going to be times where you're going to doubt yourself, and you just got to look amongst the other Marines around you, and you know it's definitely worth it. Most of you guys know my story. I'm salty. I've been all over the world. Did an invasion of Iraq, conducted peacekeeping in Liberia, fought in the Battle of Fallujah, helped with Hurricane Katrina, trained the Marines deployed to Iraq between 06 and 08, was the last infantry unit in Iraq for the Marine Corps, changed thousands of people's lives in Marja, Afghanistan for the better. If I had an amazing career, wouldn't change it for the world. I couldn't have done it without the Marines and corpsmen I have served with throughout the years. I couldn't have done it without the family and friends that have stood by and supported me. That means all you guys, all my friends, and all my family. Without them, I would have failed. They were and always be the backbone and support for you. Hug them, appreciate them, love them because they do it for you. Many service members will identify a significant part of their career and would make the determination that was the highlight or the changing factor in one's life. I fought in the Battle of Fallujah in November 2004 with 1st Battalion, 8th Marines. Went down the heart of that city by foot, and we rocked and rolled. We found a determined enemy that would be willing to do anything for victory. I had the pleasure of serving alongside the greatest men that would, or did, sacrifice their lives for America, but most importantly for each other. I became a warrior. I became a musician, and my instrument was a machine gun. My tools were the instruments of war brought together by the esprit de corps of the fellow warriors. It was a tough fight that changed my view of life and changed my life forever, but I don't believe that was my highlight. And I talked to you guys about the Battle of Fallujah a lot, right?
Yes, sir.
I trained America's warriors for a few years to face that same determined enemy when I was a coyote. For those that don't know what a coyote is, and you guys go out to 29 Palms and you guys go and run all the ranges, and be the guys in the orange suits, orange gear, that they're going to provide safety and give you a little bit more tips as you're going through. I know the cadre had helped to better those Marines and corpsmen for the deployments to Iraq, and our training and our help saved many lives throughout that course. In life, you'll face many challenges, and you'll have to dig deep into yourself to overcome. I again was tested with another deployment to Iraq, but we overcame that. December of 2010 to July of 2011, I deployed again, but to a different destination with a different unit. This destination was Marja, Afghanistan. The unit was 3rd Battalion, 9th Marines Kilo Company. They were different Marines that I had from previous units, but they were the same breed of men that fought in Bellawood, Iwo Jima, the Frozen Chosen, Khe Sanh, Hue, the Desert Storm, to Mogadishu, to Baghdad. Those Marines patrolled day and night in the blazing sun through the fields that were littered with a deadly tool known as IEDs. They did this so that Afghan people will not have to live in tyranny, not be intimidated by the Taliban, so they could vote, send their kids to school, so they can live in peace. They did this so America would not have to face the enemy on our doorstep. They did this for each other, did this for the Marines of Kilo Company. As tested and determined as Marines in previous battles, they fulfilled the epitome of what a Marine is. They did not falter, they excelled. Due to their diligence and hard work in having to deal with me, Marja is still a town living in peace. These Marines will be forever known as Marja Marines. But I still don't believe that's my highlight. I reported into Recruiting Station Portland in March of 2012. I was a hard-charging Marine that was scared and was nervous, for this was a new challenge. My duty was to find my replacement. You guys heard me talk about that before, right?
Yes.
I learned that from Sergeant Major Sykes. Let me find my notes. I need to find the Americans that would take my role and continue the legacy that was brought before me, carry it, and pass it on to them. Throughout my years, I've had some awesome leaders that guide me through certain times. When I first talked to the outgoing Sergeant Major, which was Sergeant Major Battaglia at the time, when I first bidded to basically fight for the job to come out here, he told me this: Staff Sergeant, it's your time to tell a story to the world. You show these young Americans what your Marines have done. Leadership is tough. It's time to bring those leadership principles and guide them onto the poolies. It's your turn. At that moment, it didn't sink in. I just wanted to leave his office because it was a Sergeant Major, and you don't necessarily want to hang out in the Sergeant Major's office. But later on, it did. As I proceeded my first couple of months, I knew this duty was going to be tough. War is not easy. However, it is simple. There is life and death. That's it. You have the training and the tools to accomplish the task at hand. And for what it was, I was damn good at it. Now, recruiting was different. As a platoon sergeant, I had close to 50 Marines and 80 Afghan National Army soldiers under my charge. A lot more responsibility entails along with it. But on recruiting, I was placed in a cubicle type of space, right there. Not a patrol base, but an office space. Right, I traded my M4 for a telephone. I traded my radio for a computer. I traded my grenades for some pencils and pens. I traded my flak jacket for a set of dress blues. I traded my MATV armored vehicle for a Ford Focus and a minivan. At first I was reluctant. I missed the infantry. I was now known as what we call a POG, person other than grunt. Right? I did see some similarities. I did have an area of operations, and I had to patrol it. Just like the hundreds of patrols that I did in far-off lands, I faced many obstacles. I faced the people that didn't understand what the Marine Corps was. I faced opposition of why I existed. I faced the dreaded, not my kid, and then Sergeant Fee, Staff Sergeant Hole, any other Marine that's been out here can understand that one on a daily basis. But as many Marines before, I would not falter. I was determined to find America's best and turn them into Marines. Being a Marine is the best thing in the world. I can't describe it. I think I've been doing my best to try to get you guys to get it. And with it, you won't be able to fully understand it until you do earn that title. Being out here has had me appreciate many things. Less than 1% of our population will ever serve. 7 out of 10 are disqualified for mental, physical, or moral reasons. Getting in the military is one of the hardest things an individual can do. It used to drive me completely insane on those people who think they were better than to serve. I know some of you guys have come across that, and you guys face that opposition every day at school, right? It drives me insane. Right? At least it used to. Still does, but I've accepted it. Right? I came to the point that they are too closed off to appreciate and comprehend the opportunities that service to America provides. It makes me so damn proud to finish off my career here. This is my highlight. This is the point of my career. I personally put in 24 Marines in the Marine Corps and had the awesome opportunity to see over 100 of them become Marines and help them and their families through the course. All of them have the same principles and determinations as Marines before. Many of you are scared, nervous, and excited just how I was when I was a poolee. You all have the support of friends and family to accomplish your dreams and goals. Every week, you all come in here to learn the story of the Marine Corps or hear me just tell some random story, right? But most of the time, it's getting challenged physically, right?
Yes.
I have found my replacement. There's those Marines serving throughout the world as we speak, and it's all of you. You're all made from the same cloth as I and previous Marines. My career is ending. I've served my country. I have done my time. It's up to you all now. You are the future of the United States and the future of the Marine Corps. I'm forever grateful that I got to help and partake in your lives. I hope I have helped you and inspired you along the way. I will never forget my experience here and know that I did my best for you all and for America. My Sergeant Major from 3-9, Sergeant Major Gallegos, he's in charge of the 2nd Med now. He charge of the 24th VU, and just had a female sergeant major replace him. But he was my sergeant major in my last infantry unit. But he used to always have this saying, you'll only be as good as your last patrol. And I hope that my last patrol has left a great impression and that it went well. Thank you, friends and family, for being here tonight and listening to me, because I like to talk, and being in my life, and I love you all. You guys, like I said, you guys are the future of America, and I said it in this piece of paper, but this is my highlight. I've had, hundreds of Marines pass through underneath my charge as an NCO or as a staff NCO, but it all comes back down to here, and you guys will. I still remember my recruiter. It was Sergeant Brown. He retired as Gunnery Sergeant Brown out of Recruiting Station Portland. Small world that he was up here. But it comes back down to where it is here. As a Poolee, I probably could have given a little bit more. I wish I had that fire and drive that you guys have now. Because if you guys continue that fire and drive, you guys are going to be very successful in the Marine Corps. And you need to take these principles just like I am. I'm going to apply it to whatever the heck I do out in the real world. Not real world, but civilian world. And it makes me so damn proud to know that you guys are aspiring to be like me. And I hope, I imagine I have set a good example for you guys. So, again, thank you.